Scanning. Downloading. Extraction complete.
Hello and salutations, fellow gamers, and welcome back to the Archives channel. I am your host, The Scholar, and I am very happy to bring you our third episode of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. So in the last episode, we went through not Hirata, but Ashina Outskirts. We took care of the first major boss. We got our first prayer bead and our first gourd seed, and we continued on to the ogre, where we proceeded to get our butts handed to us. I knew it was going to happen, but I figured, you know what, it's a Souls game. Let's give it the old heave-ho. Why not? But I have done some grinding off screen, so we do have some skill points now to spend. We also have some gold now to spend. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Where we left off at the Hirata Estates in our last episode, we should load in at the dilapidated temple, because I was, like I said, grinding off screen. There is no new dialogue right now with Emma or the sculptor or Hanambe. In the last episode, we did trigger a new set of dialogue with Emma because we died, thanks to the first boss. But we are actually going to head back into Ashina Outskirts, and we are going to hit the memorial mob real fast and clear out his stall. We don't really need any experience, so we'll just try and do this as fast as we can. Sneak around him, kill him. We're not gonna bother with him. Now, I did unfortunately forget to show it on screen, but I did go back to the sculptor and get the loaded shuriken loaded into the shinobi prosthetic. He has some dialogue. You get the shinobi esoteric texts before you actually get the item loaded into the prosthetic. So we're back at this point. We're going to try and just avoid as many people as we possibly can. Sneak around here, kill this guy, avoid the patrol. Actually, yeah, we can go this way. And here we are.
Care to purchase an offering?
We'll go ahead and buy his last coin purse, Robert's fireworks, both of his own go sugars, all of his antidote powders, and all of his pellets. And we are still in the money.
Don't use that thing around here. You'll scare the crows. They're very intelligent. Leaps and bounds smarter than other animals. Cruelty won't be tolerated.
So, as you can tell, the memorial mob loves their crows. I mean, I can't blame them. I follow Odin myself. He has two ravens that follow him around at all times. So, I don't think the merchant behind the wall has anything yet. I do believe that we actually do need to go back to the Hirata Estates and start that before we can actually get him to have any inventory. So that's where we'll head back to. And instead of running the whole way back, we'll just, well, if I can manage to do it right, we'll just travel back. So now that we've gotten Robert's fireworks, we'll take you to the sculptor and show you how to load them on to the Shinobi prosthetic.
So, you're back.
Was that a dream? Or was it real?
Whether it was a dream or it was reality, I have no idea. There is one thing I can tell you. The great Buddha has seen fit to awaken old memories within you. What you felt, what you remembered, that is what it all depends upon.
I'm not sure if what I saw is what truly happened.
That's how it works.
So that dialogue was actually meant for when you return from the Hirata Estates. Because we came back without actually doing anything, it kind of throws things off a little bit, but it'll make more sense here in this episode when we actually go through them. But for now, we're going to present the Shinobi prosthetic and fit new prosthetic tool. As you can see, we've already loaded the shuriken. Now all we have to do is click on it, and now we can equip it.
Another time, then. I'll lend you shelter anytime.
Alright, so you can actually equip up to 3 prosthetic tools at one time. So, seeing as though we only have 2, we'll just equip the shuriken and the fireworks. So, we'll head back on over to the Buddha and interact with it, and head on back to the Hirata Estates. We could easily go back and fight the ogre now that we have the fireworks, but you're supposed to actually come and get the flame vent and fight him, so that's what we'll do. We're not gonna waste our time with the remnants right now. So just jump on off. Make sure that you grapple, because if you hit the ground, you will die. Pick up the Fistful of Ash. We'll talk to him in just a second. I honestly have no idea if there's anything back here at all. It does not look like it, so we'll just head on back. And we're going to talk to this guy.
You're the son of Owl.
What happened?
Thieves at Hirata Estate. You must hurry. The divine error.
What year is it?
What year? An odd question.
Tell me.
It's the year of the Dragon Spring Pilgrimage.
The Dragon Spring Pilgrimage? That was 3 years ago. What is this? The sculptor mentioned an old memory. I don't remember any of this, but it appears this is the past.
So we'll go ahead and
Dragon Spring
inspect him.
Pilgrimage. That was 3. What
And
is
it's
this?
just
I don't
going
find it
to give us the exact same dialogue. So we're going to just go ahead, rope on over here. Now, enemies in this area do carry fire, and fire is actually very, very bad. In this game, it can really mess you up if you're not careful. But we'll actually be getting a gourd here very shortly that will help us with the catching on fire problem. Come over here and pick up the dousing powder. And we're going to jump on over here. And if I remember correctly, maybe it's not over here. We'll take care of this guy. Now, if we completely cross the bridge, we will get attacked by some enemies and some dogs, so we're actually going to take a different path. But it also looks like we've picked up some plain oil, so that'll actually come in quite useful. So what we need to be be on the lookout for are these, and I hate to say the Pokemon term, but magic carps. These things will actually give us scales and treasure scales, and we can buy stuff with them. But you have to be fast. They're essentially the crystal lizards from Dark Souls. But when you kill them, you get a treasure carp scale. There are quite a few in the game. Right now we won't really be able to get a whole lot of them because we can't dive under the surface. But there are a few here that we can get. So there's a dude over there, there's some wolves up top. There's this dude here, and I believe that there's also some wolves over here with him as well. So, yep, right there. Let's throw a shuriken and stab him in the back. And you can grind out this area too. This area is actually pretty good for grinding. I spent, I want to say, maybe an hour and a half grinding back at the Ashina outskirts because I didn't want to continue on without you guys. So I just figured to make things a little bit easier on us. Granted, I will say this, just because you obtain new skills does not mean that the game is going to be easier. You do need to learn to use them. So just because we acquire skills does not mean that we are getting better at the game. The game actually requires you to learn its mechanics and deal with it accordingly. So there's 1, 2, 3 dogs here and a dude wielding a torch. So let's see here, maybe we can... Nope, we just alerted everything to our presence. So we'll just avoid his fire as best we can. Do not let that burn meter fill up. It will wreck your health. We don't really have a whole lot of health right now to be able to get wrecked. So sneak up behind this dude and stab him in the back. And give him, just like all his friends here, a good old medieval shinobi mugging. So we're gonna head on back over here, and we're gonna meet a new character here in a second. That was actually a treasure carp that was under the water. We can't get him yet. But if we come over here to this little island,
Just maybe.
there's the character that I was referring to, but we're actually going to try and get these carps real fast after we pick up the Litecoin purse. Now you've got to be quick. Now they will disappear, but they do come back. So as long as you rest at the idol or leave for a minute and come back later, they will return. I don't remember if there's any more that we can get right now. I thought there was one more.
Hey, you there. Do you perhaps
Yes, I perhaps, but you are going to have to wait for a second, my friend. Because I thought that there was another treasure carp over here near the waterfall. But maybe I'm wrong. So we'll head on over here and we'll talk to the boy in the pot.
Know about carp scales? The sparkling, shining scales of the treasure carp. Bring them to me, and I'll reward you handsomely.
So right now we can only buy one of two things, the withered red gourd or the divine grass. We will come back and buy the divine grass later. Right now we absolutely need this withered red gourd. This will help us with our fire damage that we take.
I thank you for your kindness. Please, bring more scales soon.
We'll be back, my dude. Don't worry. He also has a friend too, later on in the game. I think he might actually be here in Hirata, but I'm not entirely sure. But they also have their own little quest line. If you give one most of the scales, I believe that the one that you gave most of the scales to will actually turn into a treasure carp, which is ultimately what they want. Well, that didn't work out. So hop on over the wall. We'll touch the idol here in a second, and we'll pick up the ceramic shard. This dude is going to turn around here in a second, and we'll just blindside him, or maybe he won't. Okay. Well, we'll rest here at the idol real fast. This way we can have that fast travel point. And he has started to run back. Well, walk back actually, whatever. So first we're going to head over this way and around. Pick up the spirit emblem. And we're going to come all the way back here for an ungo sugar. These things will massively come in handy in later fights. So there's a dude right below us with a bow, and there's that dude right there, and the dude back there with the torch. But the dude who's about to see us is actually talking to someone, so he's actually right behind that cart. So maybe if we quietly sneak up and kill this guy, put our backs up against the wall, maybe we can lure this guy over. Well, I wasn't trying to lure all of them, but that's okay. He's gonna take his sweet time coming over, and we're gonna death blow him. And his buddy's not even going to know. Looks like he's got a bow as well. And it doesn't look like he's actually going to come over here at all, so that's okay. We'll wait for his torch wielding friend to make his pass, and we'll go up behind both of them and kill them from behind. Patience is a virtue, my friends. Trust me. You don't want to just run in guns blazing all the time. Oh, and we should probably also equip the Withered Red Gourd. Just in case we do actually end up taking some fire damage. Come over here, pick up the Fistful of Ash, and we're going to get into a fight with a bunch of enemies here if we're not careful. So I suggest we actually come down this way, now that we've ended all of these guys up here. Now, I'm sure that there's an actual way to do this as stealthily as possible, but I have yet to find that way. Come over here and pick up the Yako Sugar. Let's try something real fast. Nope, we don't want that. We want that. Damn it. There we go. Maybe we can distract them long enough. Sneak up, kill this guy. And him. And him. Suck up all their delicious loot. Now, if we're careful, I think there might be another enemy in here somewhere. Yeah, he's right there. Go ahead and end him. Pick up the pellets. Wow, we have 21 skill points. I did not realize how many skill points we actually had. So, let's see here. We'll be heading over there here in just a second. First, we're going to see if there's anything at all on top of the house, besides players just goofing off. Okay. So, head on this way. Shuriken the dog. Oh boy, with the torch is going to turn around. Shuriken the other dog. And death from above. Go ahead and suck up that loot. And we've been seen by the archer up here, so as long as we're fast, we might be able to end him without much issue. And maybe his friends will back off for a second so we can really end them easily. That works too. Yeah, it looks like we have an unsuspecting prey. Take up his loot, and okay, it looks like his friends have calmed down now. Come over here, pick up the Fistful of Ash. Now, as you can see, we do have oil on us, so if we get hit with any fire damage, we will hurt.
Whoever called this a fire-breathing barrel wasn't kidding. I can feel my spirits lifting already.
You ain't wrong. This estate always rubbed me the wrong way. But you gotta give it a good send-off at least.
Alright, so we've only got 2 guys left. Take out the heavy dude first. And his little drunk friend. There we go. And we just picked up the flame barrel. Watch out for the dog. And the Mibu balloon of wealth. Yeah, I believe that there is, yes there is. There's a dude back here who is absolutely drunk, not paying attention. About to pee on everything, and he's just gonna get stabbed in the back. But as I was saying, as you can tell, we are actually completely just covered in oil. If we take any sort of fire damage at all, it is going to hurt tremendously bad. And his drunken existence. Pick up the ceramic shard. Be sure to check the huts. They've got spirit emblems, and I believe 1 or 2 of them actually has an item. Yeah, there's one here. One here. Alright, it looks like we've gotten everything in this little area, so we can continue onward. And him. Looks like we've alerted someone over there, but we're not going to worry about him. Come over here and talk to this poor man who looks like he is on the verge of death.
Those worthless bastards. Hello? You are Shinobi, if I'm not mistaken. Take the Shinobi axe from the temple and split their skulls wide open. Please.
He thought, but he was wrong. Well, he just told us about another shinobi tool, the axe, which in fact we will be getting here very, very shortly. First, we're going to get this eavesdrop here.
Hey, open up! Open up or else! I can hear you whispering in there! If you don't surrender peaceably now, you're gonna regret it later! Hey, can you hear me? Hey!
Surrender peaceably, huh? Wow. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go back this way and pick up the Goken's sugar. And we'll also open up the shortcut. So now, if we die, we can just run on through and not have to go through all of that all over again. Again, unless you're grinding, in which, trust me, it's worth the grind. So we're going to come in here and we're going to get another eavesdrop.
We burning this temple next, boss?
No, leave it. Go on to the next one.
But if there's any offerings, we could give them to Lord Juzo.
Enough! We don't take from Buddha. How many times do I have to tell you before it sinks into your thick skull?
Please, don't get angry at me, boss. I'm sorry my skull's so thick.
Reminds me of Crunk on the Emperor's New Groove. So we're going to sneak in here and we're going to take care of the torch wielder first. Because this dude will be a little bit easier to, well, maybe, to take care of. There we go. Caused me a little bit of damage, but that's okay. So we're going to come in here and we're going to pick up the Shinobi Axe. This thing is awesome. This thing will absolutely destroy shields. It'll pretty much open up a lot of things to immediate death blows. Come in the house and pick up the light coin purse. Okay, and I don't believe that there's anything else in here. Let's check the back of the house. Okay, nothing at all. And we'll go over here. And there's a bunch of murder birds just all over this area, so be careful. All right, so they're taken care of. Come back here, grab the Ungo sugar. Don't think there's anything else in the house. Check the back of it real fast. Doesn't look like it. Jump over here, and we'll grab this item. We'll check on top too. Yeah, there is something up top. Litecoin purse. Rich people always trying to hide their treasure. All right. Wait, where did I just drop in? Oh, I know where I dropped into. Okay. Just head on back through the gate. Jump up here because we're going to end up taking care of these guys next. Take care of the torch wheel first. Wow, my deflections are not on point today. So jump over the wall and we're going to get a couple of eavesdroppings.
Please, try not to move. It'll make your wounds worse.
No, I must go. There is a shinobi hunter among the bandits. He's highly skilled. If I don't face him... Oh!
I forbid it. You are in no condition. Who are you?
I'm not a thief.
You're the young lord's... Oh, thank goodness. Honorable shinobi, those filthy bandits are after the young lord. They've already climbed the hill and set the estate on fire. It looked as if the young lord had no way to escape.
I beg of you, shinobi. Please rescue the young lord.
I entrust this to you. I pray it is of help.
Thank you.
You're the young master's shinobi.
Yes.
What good are you? You were nowhere to be seen when things went south. Wait, tell me you didn't lead them here yourself. The timing of their attack was perfect. Normally those bandits wouldn't have stood a chance. Yes, it had to be you. I hope you die, traitor.
Well, I don't think Wolf is the reason that the bandits are here. I actually believe that it's because of a completely different character. So that's where old boy died. Check around, make sure we didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like it, so we can continue onward. So now we'll hop on over here and we'll meet the merchant, who was a thief, still is a thief in my opinion, but he should look familiar.
Hey, good sir. Are you a looter too? Good sir, you look like a shinobi, I think. Are you looking for something? Well, in any case, I found this place first. So, keep your eyes peeled out there, huh? And, don't let the door hit you on the... Oh, by the way, while I was on my way here, I saw a 3-story pagoda on top of some cliff. It was a fine pagoda. Really fine. I bet there's some kind of treasure kept in there. Gotta be. That's what I think, at least. Hey, good sir, keep your eyes peeled out there. While I was on my way here, I saw a 3-story pagoda. It was a... I bet there's... That's what I think.
Okay, so he just actually gave us the location of another shinobi tool, which, again, we will be getting here very shortly. You actually get a lot of shinobi tools here in the Haradna Estates. So we can continue on through the main path, but we're actually going to take this little side path here. And pick up another bundled Jisu statue. Alright, so there's going to be these two guys here with shields. We are not really going to be able to do much to them, as you can obviously see. Wow. We're going to go ahead and resurrect, and we're just going to avoid them for right now. We'll head back to the sculptor and we'll get our prosthetics placed on here very shortly. But first, this way we don't take the fall damage. I believe if we come up this way, we'll come face to face with a treasure carp? Maybe not. Maybe it's back this way. Or maybe not. Okay. So instead of going that way where there was a monk, which we can not really defeat right now because we don't have a move called the Makiri counter, we will probably be getting that here very shortly as well. I actually do need to use these skill points and get us some more skills. But first, we're going to climb up here. Something sees us or knows we're here. I don't know how. Oh. Is it a treasure carp? Yeah, it's one that's actually underwater. Okay. So jump up here and try and sneak around this guy. We'll go in there here in a second. Just kind of stick to the wall here. There's going to be another couple of dudes here that have shields and axes and everything else. Take care of the archer real quick. This way he doesn't alert anybody. Oh, well, his body just kind of fell into a ditch back there where no one's going to discover him ever. So it looks like one dude with a shield, one dude with an axe, one dude with a torch, and it looks like there's a dude there sitting down. I could have sworn that there was another path around here that we could take. Yeah, there is. For a couple of items. There are some monks down here again, which... Oh, there's a item here. Mibu Possession Balloon. That'll increase your chances of a actual item drop for a time. So if we sneak down here just slightly, that monk right there, there's two of them. They use a thrusting move, which we can, I believe, counter, but we can't really do a whole lot of posture damage just by deflecting. We need the Mikiri counter for that, where when they do the thrust move, you'll hit the circle button and you'll stomp their weapon into the dirt, and you can, I believe, get an immediate death blow, or at the very least cause some major posture damage. We're gonna sneak up behind him and attempt to end him. Ooh, that was close. But when we kill him, we'll get scrap iron. And we also got a broken sugar as well. So this monk here, we might be able to beat him, but to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if we can. We do have a resurrection, so we might be able to kill him. Okay, he doesn't have a death counter, so we should be able to kill him pretty easily. Ooh, that thrust move though. That thrust move pretty much just almost ended our existence, but by killing him, we got a bulging coin purse. Whew, those things are awesome. So pick up the pellets, get your items from him. A Mibu Balloon of Soul. This will actually give you more spirit emblem drops, and they do stack, so you do actually have a inventory for your spirit emblems. You're not just limited to 15. Go ahead and use our last heal. Wow, we are really pushing it, but you know what? That's okay. Alright, so if we play this right, we might just be able to survive. We're going to take out the dude with the shield first, because he will be the hardest one to deal with. And of course, that's okay. We'll go ahead and we'll use our res and just flurry him to death. Not as graceful as I hoped, but that's okay. So we come through the cave. Be careful. There is a dude here with a torch, and he will spot you. At the very least, you might be able to get like a first touch on him, or you might be even able to flurry him to death. Again, it would be a little bit easier if I would just use some of our skill points, but I'll do that at the end of the episode before the major boss fight. So we're gonna hop on up here, do a Metroid-style wall jump, and now we are in the inner Hirata Estates. Come over here and pick up the oil, and we're gonna tap this idol. And we are going to rest, so this way we can at least get one of our resurrections back and get our healing gourds back up. I think now would actually be a great time to probably equip our shinobi tools so we can continue on the opposite path to the front entrance of the Hirata Estates. So we'll run and do that real quick. Alright, so run in here and talk to the sculptor like we did last time.
You need something?
Yes, my friend, I need tools prepared. I have fights that are on the way.
The shinobi prosthetic. Appears you've taken to it quite well. Here, this is for you.
And now that we have obtained all of these tools, we now get the prosthetic esoteric text.
What is it?
It contains ways to bite into your foes with that fang of yours. In other words, fighting techniques for your prosthetic arm.
I see.
I had thought that prosthetic techniques wouldn't ever be needed again, but it seems I was wrong.
So that was an interesting bit of dialogue there. It seems like the sculptor was more than he's actually letting on. But now that we've actually gotten the prosthetic esoteric text, we can actually start getting more skill trees unlocked. Now that we've got two, we have more than enough skill points to spread them out. And
another time, then, I'll lend you shelter.
We'll actually go ahead and get that done now. Don't believe that we have any gourd seeds right now to give to Emma, so we can't give her our seed. Alright, so come up to the idol and we are going to acquire some skills. So now that we have gotten both of those esoteric texts, we have the shinobi arts and the prosthetic arts. We're actually going to get at least both tiers in each of these skill trees right off the bat. These first two skill trees, I would actually recommend grinding out and getting all of these skills, because every last one of at least the shinobi skills are definitely important. The way you go about them is entirely up to you. I prefer to go with the skills first, like the mid-air deflection, the run and slide. Then get Karma Body and Suppress Presence. Suppress Presence will actually help with your stealth, and Shinobi's Karma Body will actually increase the maximum number of spirit emblems that we can carry. So we'll go ahead and get the mid-air combat arts. We do definitely need the Shinobi Eyes. We will be getting Vault Over at some point. Shinobi Mind. And Breath of Life. I believe this will actually... This is actually very important. I believe a Shinobi... let's see here. Recovers vitality upon performing a successful death blow. So yes, this is actually very important. This is a skill that I will work to grind off screen. Excuse me. So now we're going to get into the prosthetic arts. We are first going to get Emma's medicine potency to increase the amounts of the heal that we get per drink from our flask. And, ooh, I don't know. Maybe we should get the Nightjar slash Fang and Blade is good too. But we're actually going to go with the mid-air prosthetic tools. This way we can use everything in mid-air. And that'll do it for our skills right now. So we have just gotten a lot of combat arts. We can go and talk to Harambe now about the training of the Makiri counter. And we have actually unlocked the combat art Whirlwind. So in order to do the Whirlwind, hit L1 and then R1, and this is actually a really good move to have at first. So we'll go on up here to Hinobe and we will see what he has in store for us.
Oh, it's you. You may use me to hone. In that case, I stand as your opponent.
So in order to perform the Makiri counter, stand completely still, hit circle right before they hit you, and you'll shove their weapon into the ground, giving you an automatic death blow.
Splendidly done. This temple attracts a certain interesting.
I did not mean to do that.
Come back whenever you like. If you have techniques.
So now that we have talked to the thief merchant, we might actually be able to go back and talk to him now, and he might actually have some items for us. So the plan is we are going to go back to the Hirata Estates in the next episode because we are starting to run out of time. But I did want to let you guys see everything that we have bought and everything that we obtained, even though I did all of the grinding off screen. So we're gonna come up here and talk to him, and it looks like he's actually gotten some items now, so we might be able to buy some stuff.
I've been waiting for you, good sir. I procured some goods with the coin you gave me. Go on, buy something.
So now we have access to his inventory, and he has got light coin purses, fistfuls of ash, ceramic shards, pellets, and another shinobi prosthetic tool, the Phantom Kunai, which we have more than enough. We're going to just go ahead and we're going to buy that now and buy all of his light coin purses, pellets, and we'll just go ahead and completely buy him out. There we go.
By the way, good sir, I'm going to let you in on something.
All right.
I'm thinking about expanding my business. I mean, who knows when Ashina will fall? It's what you might call a, sinking ship. In other words, opportunity is knocking, you know? Which is why I have a favor to ask of you.
What is it?
Do you mind finding out what the Ashina samurai want right now? You tell me that, and I can sell it to them. You're a shinobi. I bet you've got a good ear for gathering information from the enemy. Help a poor merchant out here, huh? Please.
So we will be getting that eavesdrop, I want to say in a couple of episodes. I want to say it might actually be after we beat Mr. Ogre up here, but until we get done with Hirata Estates, we will not be coming back here to continue the outskirts. So let's use our... No, let's not use the homeward idle because it's just going to transport us up here. So we'll just jump up here and we'll head back to the dilapidated temple. All right, so now that we have gotten all of that done, we will be heading back to the Hirata Estates in the next episode. Again, I will be grinding off screen to try and get us the rest of those skills for the next episode. That'll be the first thing we do, and then we will head on to the Hirata Estates. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching some dorky nerd guy geek out about Souls games. I appreciate it, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell if you want to stay up to date with the channel. It really does help the channel out, so we do appreciate it. Thanks, guys.